Hey, what do you know, what you say, what you say, what do you know? We got about 3 minutes before we get started up in this show tonight. Going to get in some Archangel collective reading, and then we're going to get right into reading for you all. So stay tuned if you're joining us on Facebook and YouTube, and hope to see you soon. Looking forward to some good conversation here in about a little less than 3 minutes now. Hi there, and welcome. My name is Stíofán Séamus, and I am a spiritual healer and advisor and an intuitive reader. As we live our lives, Spirit guides us to and through life situations that can be difficult to understand. So it's up to us to decide if we will follow the path that the Creator has set before us or ignore all the signs and wonders that this universe has to offer. Sometimes we are presented with a life situation where we need further guidance or healing to get through it. As a spiritual advisor and a master Reiki healer, I connect with Source and channel messages and healing specifically for you and your highest good. Having level life issues? Let's talk and see what Spirit would want you to know about the situation right now. Emotional issues? Maybe you are in need of a Reiki session so we can channel universal life energy to help you realign. Or maybe you're debating a career move and need to know if now is time to make that move. Through our Spirit's mutual understanding, we can seek out these answers. So, message me today to get in line for your reading to bring about a better you. In light and love, Stíofán Séamus, Guide of the Light. Well, hello people, hello. Another wonderful Friday evening, night, what have you. I am Stíofán Séamus, as I said, and I am here for you. But most importantly, I am here to just talk. And I guess that means being here for you. So that is the important bit, right? So we're gonna talk. You know, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have some good readings. I'm sure of it. I'm always sure of it. As of right now, I don't have anybody lined up. Got some regulars that come in once in a while just to watch the show, just to see the different readings and to hear me talk and hear my advice on different things. Kind of like how people do with Dr. Phil, you know. But, you know, I'm not anywhere near as professional as Dr. Phil. So, hey. Anyways, so I think we're going to go right into the collective reading. So, the collective reading, what we do is we have the Archangel cards, and I'll draw 1, 2, or 3 cards depending upon how we feel about that, and we'll kind of ask the question and just generally, what do we need to know? Heat. Yes, you may ask a question. If you can hold on for about 10 minutes or so while we do the collective reading, and that gives us a little bit of time to get other people in here, and I can get the collective reading done. Okay? Okay. So, let's get this started here. So, mixing up the cards to do a collective reading. This is from the Archangel Oracle card deck. So, I'm just going to do one more quick shuffle through here. And then we're going to cut the deck. And you know what? I'm feeling just one card. So that's what we're going to pull. Okay. Oh, wow. I hadn't pulled this card up yet. So the card that we pulled up today for today's Archangel message collective reading is nurture. And this is a message from Archangel Gabriel. And Gabriel says, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. So let's talk about that nurturing. We're really in a time where we need to be a nurturing type society, because we got a lot of stuff that's going on where people are losing family members due to illness or what have you, and so we're kind of like in this place of not really knowing how, not really, just kind of lost in general, right? All of us are just kind of lost in general. And so this nurturing aspect, if we could take just a moment to be a nurturer of one another, a comforter, if you will, someone to vent to, someone to learn from. If we could take a moment to just be that person for someone else, it doesn't have to be a child. You can nurture your partner. Show them that you're going to be there for them. You can nurture your parents. Show them that they have nothing to fear. So, nurturing doesn't always have to be for a child. It can be for other people in our family as well. And in that, in nurturing, and not only in our family, but people outside of our family. But in that nurturement, we tend to nurture ourselves as well. Because whatever energy that we put out comes back. And a shout out to Billy Banny. Thanks for joining us. Nurture. What can we do to nurture one another? They're in turn nurturing our own self. They're in turn guiding our own light, our own path, our own inner child. I give you this challenge. Nurture. Nurture in a way that you live a life that is for the betterment of humanity in light and love. Stíofán Séamus. Okay, so I got a couple of people in here. Heat, if you are still in here with us, I know that wasn't 10 minutes, but hey, whenever the subject is kind of limited, I probably could have talked some more about it, but there's only so much that you can say about nurturing, I feel, or at least for me. maybe if I had a mother in here, they would be able to expound on that a little bit more. I try to get in touch with my nurturing side, but But Heat Journey, if you are here, I will take your question. So, Billy Benny, how are things out your way? Are you all able to go shopping in restaurants and all of that yet? Okay, so I don't have anybody in right now, so what I am going to do is I am going to do an ice reading to do some practice a uh, on a spread that I am trying to learn. So I got to try to find it in my book. Oh, and I guess I'm not going to be able to write anything down. Yep, I'm going to have to just forego writing stuff down. Okay, so what I do for what I call an ice reading is I take the court cards, I give them a nice shuffle. I do like I'm just going to do a regular reading. Okay, so the top two cards came off, so I guess that's all that I need to pull off there. Then I cut the deck just like I do for a regular regular reading, then I pull the top card off. So that top card is going to give me a subject. That's going to give me a person and the type of reading that it is. This is going to be kind of more of a general reading in and of itself. But this is a Page of Wands. The subject, the subject person in the Page of Wands for this deck is a female. So this is going to be a female. It's the Wands, and I went ahead to start writing this down. Did I not write it down somewhere? Yeah, I don't believe that that's going to be right. Okay, so this reading is going to be kind of focused more around the physical aspects of this individual. Okay, so there we have the Page of Wands as the subject. Yeah, physical. I like that better. Wands, fire. So it's a general reading, but it's kind of around the physical aspects of their life. Sometimes I'll have people come in and tell me that they just want a general reading, and that can be like anything generally. But then I'll have other people come in and say, I'm kind of getting just kind of off feeling spiritually. I just need a spiritual general reading. And so, there's that aspect of general reading as well. So this is more of a physical. Has to do more with home life and work life situations surrounding the general reading. So for this, I shuffle the deck just like I would usually. And so we'll do that just kind of quick like that. Then we'll cut the deck. And if you don't know what cutting the deck is, it's taking the deck and then just taking part of the deck away, then replacing the part that you removed, from the top, and putting it on bottom. Then at this point, I would ask the querent what numbers between 1 and 78, and I would ask them for in this reading 5 numbers, and they would pick them, and I would lay them out. We're just going to draw the top 5 cards on this for this type of reading. So that's card 1. Card 2 goes over here. Card 3 up here. Card 4 over here. And card 5 down here. Now, I'm going to take our subject card out because we really don't have to have this up here for this part. This is just more like for me to kind of get a forbearance, my bearings on the reading, just like if I had them to tell me what their question is. So That's what that is. So, what we have here is this is the influence of the elements. So, how the elements are influencing the present situation being asked by the querent. So the first card is the spiritual health of the person's life. And so the card in this position is the Knight of Swords. So as the spiritual health is concerned, Cups, there we are. As the spiritual health is concerned, what we have here is the person that is swift thinking. They are dynamic and high energy, ready to conquer the world with their ideas. They can get easily bored. They benefit from disciplining the mind. So like through meditation. Meditation is a big benefit to them. So, which is a big spiritual aspect to this person. Something else that pops out to me about this is the Knight of Swords. Okay, so swords is usually always talking about the mental processes. So the spiritual aspect of this person is almost always something that they can relate to mentally. It's something that they can just hold on. They can process. It's something that they can process and know. It's not necessarily something that they have blind faith on. It's more of a I know. It's not as much of a blind faith spirituality. Okay. So then the card number 2. This has to do with the air element. This card represents the east, even though it's on this side. Yes, I know this is not the right direction, but this card represents the east. And so this represents the mental part of one's life. Okay. So what we have there is the Page of Wands. Okay. It's crazy because all of the cards that came up, except for one, are court cards. So this is going to be interesting. So the Page of Wands in this, in the aspect of the mental part of the individual's life, talks about good news coming in, the start of something new with a new perspective. One may feel like a student, or there may be travel. Okay, so and there being travel that has more to do with that's going to be something that comes up if there is other travel cards around. Okay, so as we get into the reading, we'll see about that, but I don't think that there are any other travel cards here. The Page of Wands. So since this is in the position of the mental part of the individual's life, the I'm seeing like a new mindset. Okay, this says good news coming in, the start of something new with a new perspective. So I'm kind of getting like they're in a stage now where they are in a new mindset and they're kind of ready to take on these new tasks that is going to put them in a position to be able to lead and learn. Okay, lead and learn. I feel more like that this is kind of like one of those lead and learn situations. And it's just starting because it's the page of wands. It's something that's just starting as a person. So that's something to keep in mind with something like that as well, is you got to look at the stage of the card as well. And so when you're dealing with the court cards, especially in a reading like this, and like the majority of the cards are court cards, you kind of look at these, what stages of life, if you want to call this, are we in, or what stages of this particular instance are we in. So mentally, this is the beginning of a new thought or a new idea or a new perspective. Okay, so from there we go to card 3. Card 3 is the fire. It is the fire position, the fire element. So this talks about one's energy or movement of events. Okay, so this could be the energy of the individual or the things that are happening around the individual that's progressing the circumstances. So card 3 comes up as the Queen of Pentacles. What was that? Okay. So the Queen of Pentacles comes up. Queen of Pentacles talks about an earthly woman who cares about financial security. They are practical. They have a gift for business and affinity with animals. They can also get their value from their work. So what does this have to do with the energy and the movement of events? So the energy that they put off about them is this, the traits of the Queen of Pentacles, okay? Their energy is this person that is a very earthy type person. They care about their financial security. They are a practical person. They do have that gift for business, and a very gifted for can get value from their hard work. So that they are very gifted in the work that they do. Okay. So that's the kind of persona that this individual puts off, and which is a great quality to have. And so they need to know that, they're in a good place there for that. The next card, card number 4, is the water element. This is in the West. And so water element talks about the emotional state. So what kind of emotional state is this person in? the emotional state that they are in is the King of Pentacles. Okay, and so the King of Pentacles is a wise in business and finances, practical and steady. So their emotional state is very, very practical, very steady. They are emotional when they should be emotional. They are cheery when they should be cheery. They are in a good place. They're in a good place emotionally. They're not really like in their own head, so to speak. We talk about that a lot, and is getting in our own head and then finding out that, well, it would have been just as good if we would have just let it be instead of getting so into whatever that we lose it. But so anyways, so that's card number 4. Then the last card, Earth. And this talks about the physical self. So the physical portion of this reading is card 16 from the major arcana, which is the Tower. So the Tower reads like this. It says, there will be breakdown of weak foundations. There may be a dramatic shock to enter one's life. It may feel unpleasant, but it is long overdue. Don't fear it. One will rebuild again. There may be some negative beliefs that one has held and needs to release. So, what does this have to do with the physical self? There may be some thoughts going on about, okay, self-image. There may be a little bit of self-image issue. There may also be some things that's going on just medically that just need to really be checked in on. That's always a possibility, but you can kind of go through that and feel for yourself what that would mean. So anyways, that would be influence of the elements, and just a general reading there. So, yay, somebody's car alarm is going off. Roar, roar. Can I have a reading? Yes, you can have a reading. I had somebody else that was going to have a reading, but they have left. So, you're up. Roar, do you have a question for us, or do you just want to have a general reading? All right, hello. Sorry, I got a little occupied there trying to fix a camera angle. So, if you're on here and you'd like to have a reading, just holler out to me, and I'll be more than happy to do that for you. My name is Stíofán Séamus. I am your intuitive reader for tonight. I have the Reader Special, which is free. The Reader Special is free. I do ask for a donation, but it's not required. The Reader Special depends upon the reading, depends upon what kind of spread that I use, but it's usually no more than 3 or 4 cards. Then I have a multiple choice reading, which is $3. That's if you got 2 choices. If you have more than 2 choices, it's $5. Then I have a 7-card horseshoe that is $10, and then the 10-card Celtic cross for $15. All of those amounts are in US dollars. And I say that so that people abroad will know that it's US dollars. So if you're on and you would like to have a reading, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to do that for you. I am a spiritual healer and advisor and an intuitive reader. And, as we live our lives, Spirit guides us to and through life situations that can be difficult to understand. It is up to us to decide if we will follow the path that the Creator has set before us, or ignore all the signs and wonders that this universe has to offer. Sometimes we are presented with a life situation where we need further guidance or healing to get through. So as a spiritual advisor and a master Reiki healer, I connect with Source and channel messages and healing specifically for you and your highest good. If you're having love life issues, then, we can talk and see what Spirit would want you to know about the situation right now. If you're having some emotional issues, maybe you're in need of a Reiki session so that we can channel universal life energy to help you realign. Or maybe you are debating a career move and need to know if now is time to make that move. Through our Spirit's mutual understanding, we can seek out those answers. As a guide of the light, I do challenge you to live your life in a way that is for the betterment of humanity. So if you would like to have a reading, message me now. Let me know. And I'll do that for you. So, in light and love, Stíofán Séamus. Alright, listen, I got a fan over here, and I'm trying to put a piece of paper down, and I need it to go. There we go. Okay, so I don't have anybody in here right now, so I'm going to go into product advertising, sure, while we have the time and so on. So, hi, hello everybody, I am here. I want your business, even if it's just to do a free reading. I mean, hey, a free reading is still good, right? So this deck, this is the Archangel Oracle cards. Ooh, hey, yeah, there we go. Archangel Oracle cards. It is a good beginner deck, especially for Oracle cards. Oracle cards. That is a tough word to say, kind of. Anyways, it is a 45 card deck and guidebook. And it's a great starter. I'm going to show you an example. This is what we used today. It's got the nice pretty little picture up there. Then it's got the name of the card right there. Then underneath that, it's got a little bit of a description. There's an expanded description in the guidebook, but this can be enough to get you by. And that is a good beginner deck for somebody that's just getting into it. The tarot deck that I began with is this one, the Celtic Dragon Tarot. This and this was my favorite for a while. Now the author switches some meanings around and stuff. I don't use her meanings. I use my own understanding and notes. But still, everything's practically the same. If you want to take the meanings and reverse them, then you can. In my opinion, I think it's fine. You go with whatever you feel. So, oh gosh, wow. I've been recording this whole time and didn't even realize it. But this is a great beginner tarot deck. It's got a short kind of story for each card, and then it's got a divisionary meaning, short little divisionary meaning. I can't answer that question. I am sorry. That's not a question I can answer. Then this deck is like, I am in love with this deck. I don't know that I will ever let go of this deck. I do want to get another deck. I'm kind of in the mood to find another deck, but every time that I go to look for another deck, I can't find one that I am drawn to quite as much as what I am this one. And not that I want to replace this one, but I just want I just want to be able to have some different imagery once in a while. And so, but anyways, this is my favorite deck here. This is the Celtic Tarot. It's great. I tell you, it's great. It's a bit more detailed. I mean, this is the divisionary. Oh, you can't really see it. Anyways, the divisionary meaning is like a page and a page and a fifth long. I mean, but it's got a nice storyline to it as well, that really kind of fits the culture of Celtic people. Christopher Hughes, great author. I would like to find some more stuff by him, actually. And I probably will be looking for some more stuff by him, but great book, great author, great deck. The images are just phenomenal on some of these. It's just great. Yes, there are some more risque pictures, but I mean, yeah, in the Rider-Waite deck, there's just as many. Then sometimes I'll pull a chant or a prayer or a service, if you want to call it that, out, and a lot of times that's from the Wiccan tradition, and a lot of the services and stuff that I'll do will be from Wiccan, pagan, or Christianity, just because the Christianity part is because that's what I was raised on, and there's some really nice stuff in that I like, that I think is positive and puts out a good vibe. And then there's also the same type of feel in traditions as well. So this is great. Like sometimes I'll start the show off with down here is called a blessing chant. I'll start the show off with this chant, or just kind of a good way to kind of like bring in spirit and make sure that we open the door and all of that. The book is called Wicca, A Guide for the Solitary Practitioner by Scott Cunningham. Great author. He's got several other books on the same topic that get a little bit deeper. This is just a quick guide for somebody that's just getting into the faith, into the belief, or however you want to put it. And so a good quick start guide, if you want to call it that. So for every single one of those products, there is a link in the description on Facebook and YouTube, and those links will take you to Amazon and take you to the product and if you want it, hey, go ahead, buy it. I encourage you to, but to each their own. So and I know I keep saying I want to do this, and I really am going to do this at one point or another, but and I might start trying to do this soon, but recording doing some pre-recorded meditations and such like that, and start putting those in to the playlist and stuff on my channel, so that is something that is easily accessible to you all, and it's just more content for you all to listen to, and so on. So that's kind of what I feel like the direction that I'm going to be heading in, maybe here soon. It's kind of hard to tell, really, with everything that's going on, how to do and what to do and when to do and yada 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 yada. So anyways, yeah. It is a Friday night, and things are starting to open back up across the country. So I'm saying that probably my my group of people is slowly dissolving, or the impact that I would be having is slowly fading. Which is not a bad thing. Hey, that's great. People are going back out and trying to enjoy themselves and so on. And so I hope everybody stays safe in that and so on. We just got to do our due diligence and just try to keep everybody safe. That's my main thing right there. So the camera, just so that everybody is up to date, if you're somebody that comes back and watches this show later, the camera, the last that I saw, as of today's the 22nd, as of 7 p.m. yesterday, it said in transit from Bloomington, California. But what does in transit mean for sure? Could it be that it's in transit to another city in California? Maybe. But I don't know. So anyways, I'm hoping that will get here by before the end of next week, before Thursday, because I would like to at least do one show with it, and get at least one good show with the camera and stuff. So I don't know. We'll have to see how things go, right? And by that time, I may have have to do a little bit of changing up as to where or the situation on where and when I do my shows. I'm going to try my best to get this done for you all and so on. I'll tell you what, I'm kind of in my mind with the show and then life in general. I'm kind of all over the place. Okay. So, hopefully I can get some clarity on that. I'm going to get in contact with a friend of mine that also reads, just because I don't like to read myself, because then I'll read too much into it or whatever. And so, anyways, the show, the show's not stopping. I'm quite certain of that. It's just that I want to do things where I'm going to be able to do them, and then also be able to have life outside of the show as well. So, I tell you what, it's been about an hour and we've been on, and I did that ice reading. Didn't have anybody come on. I've had a couple of people come on and ask if they could get a reading, and I say yes, but because I don't know if it's because I don't reply just like right away or what, but they're not sticking around to get a reading done, and so I'm sorry. I don't jump whenever you. I don't ask how high whenever you say jump, or whatever. Patience, y'all. Patience. Oh my gosh. But anyways, I can't sit here all night and try to wait on somebody, and so I'm not gonna drag this out any longer than what I have to. At the same time, I don't know. I'm gonna have to try to come up with something to do to play and maybe entice people to come in. Oh well. I tell you what, it has been great though. I do like doing this. I like being here and doing the show and having people on and all of this. And so we'll just kind of see how things go from here. I may have to change some things up. We'll just have to see. So peace, light, and love to all. And may the divine be with and bless you all. I am Stíofán Séamus, and it's been wanting. Peace. If you haven't, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also find me on Facebook, facebook.com/Guide of the Light. And YouTube, you can find me on YouTube. I am under Guide of the Light on YouTube. Thank you for watching. I do ask you to please be on the lookout for the next live show. If you would like to help make the viewing and reading experience more enjoyable, you can support me by sending donations to paypal.me/Guide of the Light. Every dollar that I receive will be spent in making the show better, so every dollar counts. I thank you and send light and love your way. The cards used in Hero by Christopher Hughes and the Celtic by DJ Conway. Your intuitive reader is Stíofán Séamus, the producer, Stephen James. We do say thanks to the ones that have given, are going to give, and have nothing to give other than a review and a share. My heart and light goes out to each and every one of you. May the divine bless you all. In light and love, Stíofán Séamus.